Ah! And what do you mean a space-time distortion seems to be spawning? Who gave you the permission to cause a space-time distortion to spawn? Oh my god, it's actually open right now? You gotta be kidding me. Ah! Alright, well, that's not something I expected to happen. For a whole 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. So, when I started this episode, apparently a space-time distortion spawned right when I was coming back to the camp to give, Professor Laventon our stuff that we found. So, yeah. That's a thing that happened, apparently. Man, we got a lot of Stardust. Not a lot of green shards. They're not giving us a lot of green shards. And that's a problem. And that's a problem I don't like. Alright. Oh, my face itches. Hello, my fellow dragons and dragonesses. This is the Gaming Dragon, and this is Pokemon Legends Arceus, where we are going to create something very special. So this is the Stone of Creation's beginning, the Origin Ore. Yes, one can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be the feeling of the very origin of the very origin itself? I was right the first time. I had no reason to doubt myself. I've been meaning to ask you since you brought that up, but the origin of what exactly? Of everything by the sound of it. Exactly, my girl. Now then, back we go to Jubilife Village. Do we really have to go all the way back to Jubilife? Here you are, Professor. Here you are, Professor Laventon. What remains of the red chain, broken as it may be. Splendid! Even in pieces, I think we'll find it still perfectly fits for purpose. We're jolly lucky that you had the foresight to pick up these broken bits back at the temple. You're up next, Dragon. Time for, whatever we're calling that stone. The Origin Ore? Why am I giving it to you? I should be giving it to Laventon. The fragments of the Red Chain, collected at personal risk by the Pearl Clan. The Stone of Creation's beginning, which we first learned thanks to the Diamond Clan. And now it's time for the Galaxy team to play its part, and turn these items into a proper vessel. Ray, my boy, you are one of our team's greatest craftspeople. Could I ask you to do the honors? Heh, just wait, Dragon. You'll see what I'm truly capable of. This may take us some time. Perhaps the rest of you had best wait outside while we work. Come on, Professor. I wish they'd hurried it up. I'm starting to suspect all of your prattling about the value of time is a cover for your own impatience. If sitting back and waiting actually solves things, I'd sit forever, because that'd be using time well, unlike this. We've done it, Dragon! It's complete! I dub it the Origin Ball! If the message conveyed to our good clan leader can be believed, then this should allow you to catch the Pokémon that has appeared at the Temple of Sinnoh. You obtained an origin ball! A singular and replicate. Irreplicatable. That took like every single like the 3 brain cells I had left to say that. Irreplicatable Pokeball that can be used to catch the frenzied Pokemon raging at the Temple of Sinnoh. These Pokeballs of yours are full of wonders. To think the fate of all Hisui could rest in something so tiny. It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these things brings the two of you closer together. Whoa, hold on, it's that voice! I hear it in my head again. You mean Dialga? Yeah. It seems like Dialga is willing to lend its strength to this fight. That's what it's telling me. It's certainly excellent news. The Diamond Clan's almighty Sinnoh, or perhaps I should say Dialga, is fearsomely powerful. Everything's ready now, Dragon. Take the Origin Ball and hurry back to the Temple of Sinnoh together with Dialga. There is one problem. Somebody has to stay behind. Now, you don't have to use your Pokemon to fight. As weird as that sounds. But the question is, who in my precious team am I gonna boot to take Dialga with me? And here you are, lost one, ready to face your fate atop Mount Coronet. It seems a vicious battle might await you. I'll go where I must. Oh, well said. Now, hearken to my words, young ones. Time cannot be served from space, nor space from time. The being you will encounter at the Temple of Sinnoh is Palkia, ruler of all space. If it is allowed to run wild, space itself will warp and bend here in Hisui, and eventually the very world may be broken. But you have the aid of its counterpart, Dialga, ruler of time, and therein lies hope. Balance will be brought to time and space, and the world can once again be as it should. Now, take Dialga at your side, and make for the Temple of Sinnoh at once. She won't let me leave until I have Dialga in my party. I was going to put Dialga in my party when we got out to the thing. Fine, I'll put Dialga in my party now. Let's see, where is Dialga anyways? There's that son of a bitch. Alright, who am I leaving behind? It honestly doesn't really matter, but I am the highest level, so I'm sorry. You can stay here in the pastures and be a good girl. Until then, Dialga, you're coming with me. Now, hearken my words, young ones. Time cannot be severed from space, nor space from time. The being you will is kind of space eventually may be broken. Yeah, you already said all this. Therein lies hope. Balance of space again as it once should. Let's take Dialga and say make for the Temple of Sinnoh at once. Yes, you already said this. Oh. She literally just repeats everything that she's already said just because we didn't have Dialga in our party. That's stupid. I must say, this is quite the intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clothier has to offer. Excuse me? Is this the appropriate time for shopping? No, I'll hardly have time for shopping if the world ends, will I, young man? Fair point. Alright, Dragon. Once you feel ready, set out. We'll make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. I'm already ready. Heading outside the village, always stay safe out there, kid. I will. Summit Camp. You son of a bitch. Leave me alone. Dude! I'm trying to save you from being destroyed. I'll catch your ass later. Volo? Just the girl I've been waiting for! You appear at the weirdest times, don't you know? I know you can buy various sundries at the base camp, but I thought it might be helpful for you if I set up here, closer to the temple. I want to have front row seats if there's a chance to see into the world of myth and legend. I'll probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle actually begins. But you won't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. I'm sure you are. And besides, I know all too well the strength of you and your Pokémon. I've got no doubt that you'll have this whole thing tied up in a neat bow before I could possibly be in any danger. Y'all are here again. For so long, I thought I had to eliminate any outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilife Village. Whether that meant banishing you, or seeking to destroy the Pokémon of the temple. I felt it was my only path, but you've shown me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, recruit? I'm ready to fight. Hey, Dragon, let's meet tomorrow together. What's that supposed to mean? It's a saying we got in the Diamond Clan. It means you hope you'll both be safe. Perhaps it's worth listening to what the Diamond Clan has to say sometimes as well. We will support you in whatever way we can, though I doubt you'll need it. Dragon, protect Hisui and her people. Protect time and space for her Pokémon. Yes, sir. Dialga? Show us your strength. Listen to this music. I didn't think I was gonna have that perfect of a run that fast. She caught it. She really did it, didn't she? My eyes aren't lying, right? She actually went and caught it. Yes, good show! What a catch! You contained that fearsome thing in the Origin Ball! Absolutely astounding as ever, Dragon! Thanks, Sinnoh. Just what I'd expect of my protege. I'm not your protege. Humph, yes. So even the commander sheds a tear now and then. Never thought I'd see the day. Yes, what a sight to have witnessed. Humph! Ouch! What gives, Commander? Not sure I deserved a sumo throw. Well, at least it seems this is no dream. Listen up, all of you! Sir. We faced a calamity unlike any we've ever known, but we were able to overcome it by working as one. This calls for a celebration, a festival for us all! Gather your clans! This will be the greatest celebration Hisui has ever seen! Celebrate? With the Diamond Clan? The two clans together, huh? Well, since it turns out we're both following the true almighty Sinnoh of our own, I guess the times when we fight over whose was right or wrong are ancient history now. I'm sure our ancestors would be shocked to see us agree. But this may well be the best path toward protecting the space we all share. Let us celebrate! For today dawns a new day for all who live in the Hisui region. Something is amiss. But that's not for us to worry about right now. That was Pokémon Legends Arceus. This is it. This is the end. There's no more. This is the finale. The last and final episode. There's no more for us to see. Goodbye. Alright, you know I was just kidding. I couldn't help myself. Alright, you know well and good this is not the end. I started this journey saying that we would end when we completed the ultimate task. The task that we were told to complete at the beginning of the game. Meet all Pokemon. Or, you know, find all Pokemon, catch all Pokemon, you know what, whatever. We're supposed to get every single Pokemon, one of each at least. And we still have to do that. Everyone knows Dialga and Palkia are not Almighty Sinnoh. They are not the true gods of creation. They merely hold control over time and space. But of course, everyone knows that when it comes that there is an origin trio. There is a third Pokemon that is missing from this trio. We have Dialga, we have Palkia, but there is a third. On top of that, there is, as there usually is in Pokemon games, one who controls all three of them. That third one, well, I think we already know who that is. But we can't meet him unless we make sure that every Pokemon that we need in our Pokedex has been captured. Now, there are some exceptions to this, believe it or not. And I will be going over those exceptions when we get to them. Because, surprisingly, there are actually some Pokemon you don't need to catch that, well, aren't required to meet Arceus. I don't know why I was dancing around his name being Arceus like he was some sort of mythical... Well, I mean, he is technically a mythical Pokemon. That's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't need to collect the mythical Pokemon in this game to meet Arceus. And yes, there are mythical Pokemon in this game. And we will be catching them. We don't need to catch them, but we will be catching them. And before any of you Poke Shiny Hunters are asking... No, Dialga and Palkia in this game are shiny locked, and you cannot shiny hunt them, unfortunately. So, yeah, don't even try. They are 100% completely shiny locked, and so is Arceus. So if you want a shiny Arceus, you're not gonna get it in this game. I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, I should point out that, and I quote, all the legendaries and all the mythical Pokemon in this game are shiny locked, which I think is a sin. It's an absolute sin, because it just doesn't feel right. It's not right, especially considering that Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl didn't have their legendary shiny locked. They weren't. You could shiny hunt Dialga or Palkia in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and they would be shiny if you shiny hunted them, which I think is bullshit. You should be able to shiny hunt the legendaries and the mythical Pokemon in Legends Arceus, considering that the shiny capabilities of Legends Arceus... Oh, screw you, game. Considering that the Pokemon in Legends Arceus are so shiny huntable, it seems absurd that you can't shiny hunt the legendaries, which is bullcrap. But whatever. Your ARC phone is beeping. Seek out all Pokemon. Yeah, we're working on it. Palkia caught. I'm glad the game decided to tell us that we caught Palkia, even though we already knew we caught Palkia. You know, it wanted to make sure that we knew that we had captured Palkia. Morning, Dragon! Morning, you son of a bitch! So the time-space rift is gone. Think this means we can finally close the book on this whole mess? In any case, there's one book we can't close yet, the Pokedex. Time to get back to our official Survey Corps duties of completing it. We're gonna meet in the Survey Corps office to discuss how we'll tackle the work that's left. See you there, Dragon. So, I trust you enjoyed yourself at the festival? I did, Silene. Hey, I sure did. Indeed. That only seems natural given the crowd. I believe last... Oh, that's Laventon. I believe last night was the first time I caught a glimpse of you making merry, Captain. I believe you must be imagining things. Now, Professor Laventon, to business. What is the current state of progress on the Pokedex? I dare say we've made quite significant progress all in all. Though we could afford to put a little more effort into our research tasks. And of course, it is hard to know how far to go in pursuit of some reports. Certain Pokemon have only been mentioned in Hisui's legends, after all. Who knows if they are even real? Yeah, they're still relatively new to these parts. We're still relatively new to these parts. How are we to know what's true and what's not? Pardon? I couldn't help it over here. If it's Hisui's history and legends you want, then I'm your man. Oh god, Volo, what are you doing here? Why, I've spent plenty of time studying such things, instead of, while also tirelessly doing my work for the Ginkgo Guild. And I visited many of the ruins and whatnot here in the Hisui region already. I imagine I could teach you a thing or two about any Pokemon of legend in these parts. Aho! Music to my ears, my good fellow. Listen well, Dragon. You are to learn all that you can from the merchant Volo and work together as needed, for the sake of the Pokédex. We, meanwhile, will also continue to gather intelligence on Pokemon by other means. Understood. I'll set up at the Heights camp then. Dragon, I'll be expecting you. The Researcher of Myths. Besides, I've something I'd like to discuss with you too. I hope you won't keep me waiting. No, we'll be doing that in the next episode, because we have a lot of work to do. There are a lot of side quests that we have not done yet that I plan on doing for the next couple of episodes. Well, I mean, probably not for the next couple of episodes. I'll probably do it. I'm definitely going to be doing it for the next episode. But then I'll probably break it up and go talk to Volo next. But we definitely have a lot of side quests that we need to get done and done. So I'm going to be spending all next episode doing that. But yeah, we are far from done. If I may take a look at our Pokédex, how are things looking here? Things are looking rather complete, actually. We've seen 179 Pokemon, and we've caught 145 of them. We're actually not doing half bad. There are a few Pokemon that we obviously need to catch so we can add them to the Pokédex. I'm surprised I haven't found a Pikachu. I'm actually really surprised I haven't found a Pikachu. So it's my duty to go out there and catch the missing Pokemon that we haven't caught yet. Hopefully. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. I'll do that next episode. Or I guess the episode after, because we're doing side quests. Anyways, I'll see you guys then. Stay cool in your caves and bye!